Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to blend.
Cheers to feeling good all the time.
Hell yeah.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Yeah. Feeling hella good. So just keep on dancing.
Keep on dancing. Bow, bow. That's a banger.
Is that
what?
In the pantheon of No Doubt songs? Where does that rank in the top 5? Because it's obviously up there.
Does it make the top 5?
I don't know. Does it?
I mean, maybe.
What are the top 5 No Doubt songs?
Yeah, Big Bad Boris is in the chat. He might know. He's the music aficionado.
So I'm thinking, you know what? I think a lot of I'd say 3 of the 5 come off Tragic Kingdom.
I don't know what that means. Is that an album title? I only know the singles,
okay,
like
so
Spiderwebs.
Yeah, so I say Sunday Morning, Spiderwebs.
Yeah.
Don't Speak.
Don't Speak's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm Just a Girl in the World.
Just a Girl. So that's 4 off of
Yeah, you might be right.
And then so you're throwing up either, Hella Good, Ex-Boyfriend, I think it's called.
Yeah, you can't say things like the Banana Song because that was just Gwen Stefani.
That was just Gwen.
That was count. Simply Gwen.
Yeah, so that's no bueno. So we might have to kick off every show with a top 5 of a band.
Yeah, we might have to start talking some music.
It'll be our new bit.
Some Muzark for shout out to Zach.
Instead of just movie quotes.
So what's good, buddy? What's new and exciting?
I watched Eurotrip this week.
You know what? I need to watch that again too. It's such a good movie, and R.I.P. to Michelle Trachtenberg. But yeah.
I PVR'd it because it was on TV. I saw it was on after Dynamite.
What the hell does PVR mean?
You recorded it.
DVR.
Oh, I always thought it was PVR.
It's DVR where I'm from.
Okay.
Set your DVRs.
Maybe I'm combining PBR and DVRs into PVRs.
Could you crush a solid 30 rack of PBRs before you DVR something? I like it.
Pabst video recording.
What does Frohmeyer say about the PVRs?
Eurotrip, I mean, not as good as it once was, but it's still enjoyable.
Yeah, no, it didn't hold up, but it's still good. It's still got its moments. Scotty doesn't know. Personal video recorder, both are correct.
See?
Shout out to Lawrence is in the house. Big Bad Boris is also letting us know. Affiliate is letting us know. Affiliate is the official statistician of Love Wrestling and all Love Wrestling programming.
Do you think
we're not going to fight? We call it DVR and down here, like predominantly, like when DVR is a big thing, like when it was a big thing, a lot of the TV stations would say, hey, make sure to set your DVR for 8:30 because the show's going to be on, because they knew not everybody watched things live anymore.
Do you think that the difference between PVR and DVR will at some point come up with the conflicts between Canada and US? Like, is that going to be like lower on the tariff scale?
10 years ago, I would have said, no, that's crazy. But
now you never know.
Everything's on the table. Every little difference between us and our soon-to-be 51st brethren is on the table, which is ridiculous to say. Ugh.
So, Ophelia, you're asking, I do have a special shirt planned for next weekend's Love Wrestling.
I was going to say, Ophelia, you are extra layered up today.
No, I'm wearing a hoodie because my shirt underneath it's one of those like only wear around the house shirts. So it's got some stains on it. It's got, maybe a neckline that sags.
But listen, if you want to go 25 plus likes and maybe $25 in super chats, Blair will go tarps off.
Look, if we get 25 likes, I'll disrobe. We will hit a new demographic. All the chubby chasers, the bear chasers, they will hit this up and they will be all over it if they see me talk.
Yes. We got Ray's in the house saying, does anyone still use TiVo? I never had TiVo, But I could tell you that TiVo commercial when it first came out was like one of the greatest commercials in TV history down here. The guy's watching a football game, dude's about to kick the game winner, pauses it, drives all the way to a church, prays, comes all the way back, dude makes the field goal. So he left for like 45 minutes to pray about this field goal kick, came back, then he hit it, but obviously he had paused it. By then, the game's over. Things have already happened. He had to have heard it on the drive over on the radio.
Yeah, no kidding. That's what I was thinking. How did it not get spoiled?
Blair knows why your affiliate says Blair knows why I'm asking about you wearing a shirt.
Yeah, I have, like I said, I have a special shirt for next week's LPW.
Am I supposed to know about it?
You're not.
Am I going to be upset about it?
I don't think so. It's not like an ICP shirt or anything.
It's not like a Barack Karani shirt, is it?
No. Well, I don't know why you would guess that.
Because that guy sucks.
I'm not saying that.
He knows what he did.
I'm a big Barack Karani fan, you know?
Yeah, me too.
You know,
for the audio listeners, I broke my fingers air quoting that. That was
he air quoted that so hard.
So hard, my fingers are broken. I can't be a keyboard warrior anymore. It got so bad last week that Sheiky got involved and told me that if I didn't watch my mouth, I would be at the end of whatever his finisher is. And I said the finisher you ordered off of Temu.
Yeah, I was going to make a Temu joke.
I'm just making friends with everyone in LPW. But yeah, next week's our LPW preview show. Crazy to think we're already. Well, it's because we had an extra show last week.
Yes, we did. It's been a busy month.
It has been.
It's a busy weekend. Never mind.
That's what I was going to say. I did not realize, and admittedly, I posted on our graphic on our socials that we were going to talk about shows that we're not actually going to talk about in super duper depth, only because I didn't realize how many damn things were going on this week. You got Maple Leaf Pro going at 8. You got Defy. You've got GCW. You've got House of Glory. If you're a Collision fan, Collisions at 8 o'clock. If you are a wrestling fan, it's hopping.
Mm-hmm. So the big thing for House of Glory tonight, we'll preview some of the other shows. There's even a Wrestling Revolver show. I think that's tonight, next weekend. It might be next weekend, but House of Glory actually has Mercedes Moné versus Indy Hartwell tonight. I think it's Indy's first Indy appearance.
Yes, it is.
I would love to do a full preview of House of Glory, but I'm not a huge fan of. How do I put this delicately since we're still in the first 8.5 minutes? You know?
People that say words at certain tables that call things that happen in the ring.
Yes. And maybe there's some very, very questionable comments from this person. So I don't really want to give them put a spotlight on there. But I do think Mercedes Moné versus Indy Hartwell is a very big deal.
Yeah. There's some other good matches on there, but yeah, our boy Zilla's going to be there.
Yeah, Zilla representing.
Mrs. Pluggo's representing. Hi, Mrs. Pluggo. How are you? Love of my life.
She's representing the whole.
We got it. We got a new rug today. We're pretty stoked about it. It's dope.
Yeah. Did you go to Rugs R Us?
Nope. We went to Bob's. Shout out to Bob's. He's dope.
The Rug Factory.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there a Rugs R Us?
I don't think so. What do you think about Mercedes and Indy?
I like it. I think it's cool that Mercedes is doing some indie dates. I'm glad to see that Indy Hartwell is getting some. I thought Indy Hartwell was finally kind of hitting her stride a little bit in WWE before they let her go, or she didn't renew her contract, whichever one was the case. So I think that there's a lot that she could do, and I think a solid indie run. She's one of those people that, like, I don't want to see her sign. Well, let me rephrase that. If she wanted to sign at a big company like a TNA or an AEW, like, I'm all for it because I think she's great. But I also think that she could, like, the summer of indie where she just, like, killed it this summer with everything that going on, just took a bunch of bookings and, like, really showed out, like, I think would be a really fun thing for her to do and kind of show what she's capable of, because she was kind of hamstrung a little bit in what's the word I'm looking for in the WWE. And Boris calls me and Mrs. Pluggo rug munchers. I mean, at least one of us is. Oh boy, we're past the 10-minute mark.
Whew. This is For Exposure After Dark.
For Exposure After Dark. XXX. But no, I'm pretty excited about it. I will go out of my way to watch that match. I don't know if I'll watch the full show given everything that's going on tonight, but I might make sure that that's in the mind's eye. Because I just want to see how she's doing, how she's going to present herself. That's always my favorite thing when when WWE or AEW people leave their feds and then they go on the indies. Like, how do they promote themselves, present themselves? Do they change it up, or do they pull the Elias and just do the same thing over and over?
I can't remember what I was going to say now.
I do that to people sometimes.
With Elias, it's one of those things like he had the opportunity to do something different, but it's the exact same thing. Whatever works for you, but
I watched TNA Sacrifice last night because SmackDown was pretty much spoiled, so I just was like, I'll check out Sacrifice. And his gimmick is, who wants to ride with Elijah? So that's all.
It'd be cool if he was like a NASCAR driver. That was his gimmick. And he's like, who wants to ride with Elijah? Or an Uber driver.
But no, he was riding a horse. He was on a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeehaw. He rode on a horse. Of course.
Still not my favorite cowboy. That goes to Stephen Crow.
Stephen Crow, Rhinestone Cowboy. Sparkle Baby Sparkle. He's wrestling Effie on the 28th for Love Pro Wrestling for the GCW World Championship.
Did you see Bishop Dyer's debut with Maple Leaf last night?
Not yet. I am going to probably binge watch both of those shows as I look for this picture that I'm supposed to upload. I'll probably watch both of those shows in a sitting. I watched Sacrifice, and then by the time I got done with Sacrifice, it was late. I can't find it. Oh no, I lost it.
By that point, you had sacrificed your evening. So
my sleep schedule. Well, actually, I was going to say before we dive into, I put on WWE Evolved to fall asleep. That was on Tubi. Shout out to Kylie Ray and Zara Zakir. They had a hell of a match on Evolve. I don't know if that's technically indies anymore, if it's now strictly WWE, but it was cool. It was all right.
Kylie Ray also picked up a victory over one Zoe Sager last night.
I saw that. Zoe claims that she cheated, so we'll see what happens there.
All things considered, I'm going to believe Zoe on this.
You're going to believe Zoe over Smiley Kylie?
Yeah.
Smiley Kylie wouldn't hurt a fly. Why would she be cheating in the match? What are you talking about? Are you a homer? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Let the Bears pay the bear tax. I pay the homer tax.
You just don't like to get yelled at. I'm okay with
it. Zoe's not going to yell. Come on.
She might. You never know.
I don't think so. I'd still take Zoe over Kylie. Come on.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah. I just, but no, it sounded like Maple Leaf Pro had a really good night last night, and they are shaping up to have another one here in roughly an hour and 15 minutes or so.
Ooh, God damn.
I think they go on at 8, and it is 6:44 Eastern Standard Time for me anyway.
Well, my friend, what would you like to start off with today? We can do some
22 Jump Street movie quotes.
Cynthia. Jesus cried for our Cynthias. Jesus died for our Cynthia's runaway bride.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
I'm Jeff.
Okay.
Is it bad that Tessa Blanchard's little vignette yesterday made me think about Jonah Hill, 22 Jump Street, but he's like, "That's Hefe, man." What's up, Holmes?
What about Sleepy Man?
Yeah, I was like, Tessa did Tessa things, and I went, "God damn it!"
Oh man, that's great.
Because y'all, I think y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
We all
Tessa.
saw the picture flying around. Oh, Tessa. Yeah, let's see the product, man. You guys talk too much.
It's inking in my mouth.
Boris, I have trouble uploading the graphic on my end, but at midnight Eastern tonight on Twitch on Love Wrestling, Big Bad Boris, he's back, baby, with Saturday Night Love. So if you're up late tonight watching wrestling and you want to have something on that's super fun, check out Saturday Night Love. He is watching Famous Wrestling Shoots.
We also got a Deadlock Pro show to talk about. Holy crap!
Yeah, there's a lot. That's why I said it is insane to like what was it last week? We were like, there ain't nothing going on. This weekend, it's all happening.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk GCW, then we're gonna do tidbits, then we're gonna do Defy, Deadlock Pro, Revolver, and Indie in a minute.
And then we're gonna talk Hot Rod quotes and Euro Trip quotes as well.
Yes.
And we're gonna talk about Triple X Exposure. Now, is that the adult websites affiliate, or is that an iteration of a Vin Diesel movie?
I like how you could turn that into a super bad quote.
I will say this, though. I did watch the first Triple X Vin Diesel movie way back, and I actually watched it not too long ago for some odd reason. I was like,
so good.
It's not bad. Like I didn't hate it. The only thing I hated is the kissing scene at the end. Vin Diesel's a bad on-screen. It was like it looked like really forced.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I just
it looked like they both weren't having a good time.
I remember him on that plane.
Yeah,
and the back opens up and the chute flies out. And he's like, "I live for this shit."
Everyone else is scared, peeing their pants, and he's just like, "Whatever. Welcome to the Xander Zone."
For exposure, purely in the Xander Zone.
That's right. We're gonna go on secret missions.
Dude, he had lines for a while there, like because even Fast and Furious, because that came out a little bit before, and he's like, "I live my life a quarter mile."
I say that if I am ever okay, this is a full shoot for anybody listening or watching. If I am ever driving somewhere and you're driving separate, and we pull up at a light next to each other, I have you roll your window down. And I go, I live my life a quarter mile at a time. When it's green, I'm going for it. Every time. I am almost 40 years old, and I've ran that joke into the ground. Ask anybody that knows me.
I almost had you, bro. You almost had me. You almost had your car.
You didn't even have your car. Any real racer knows winning by an inch or winning by a mile is still winning.
Okay, GCW. They got ashes. We have to start. We have to start. We can dedicate 10 minutes per show now. Okay. So before Effie faces off with my favorite cowboy, the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow, he's going to have his hands full tonight where he faces off with Slade. And what a terribly blurry graphic.
Yeah, you pulled a brutal one there.
I'm just going to compare that to one of the others. Are they all like that? Oh, they're not.
It happens sometimes. Sometimes there's a trick to it now, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, letting the pictures load before I hit save.
That, or you have to actually go into wherever you're pulling from. But these were pulled from the GCW site. So hey, yeah, but as Slade's a badass, Effie's gonna have a hard. He might win, but he's gonna be banged. He's gonna be beat up afterwards. Slade's a hard hitter, man.
He is. That's gonna be a tough fight. So I'm excited for that one. Now, if there wasn't enough discourse about WWE ID because more of that came up on Friday,
bad discourse,
just in the Observer, there was a report about some of the things that partake in the ID, companies. They have to follow how WWE wants them booked and stuff like that. And then people were rebutting it. Like Brett Lauderdale came out and rebutted it, which, I mean, right then and there, you have to wonder is who's telling the truth now?
I mean, I'm not an expert and I have no inside track on any of that stuff, but I haven't noticed anybody being booked differently in the matches I've seen so far. Maybe it's changed.
No, I haven't noticed much, but I also haven't been paying attention to that. Like,
That's fair.
because you see the matches and you'll think like, oh yeah, it's a WWE ID, but then that's the initial thought, and when you go sit down and watch it, you could be like, well, what do we mean WWE ID? I just came to watch wrestling.
You know, Boris says he's seen Zoe yell, but I bet you he knows. He knows. He might be able to ask. We know Zoe. Big Zoe, what's going on with this?
Yeah. Get us the scoop for next week.
I would love to see a video of Zoe Sager yelling at somebody. For the Seinfeld fans out there, where Jerry was that episode where Jerry kept getting mad and everybody kept laughing at him. I wonder who they take Zoe's yelling serious, because she just doesn't seem like somebody that would get upset about anything.
Look, we will know. We'll use tonight's GCW show as a barometer. Is that the right word? A barometer,
Sure.
like a way to measure. I don't know. If Zeta Steel defeats Tony Deppen, then we're all just going to assume that all the ID people are getting.
But that's not fair, because Tony Deppen does take some L's in GCW where you're like, he shouldn't have took that L. He's Tony effing Deppen.
I'm purely being a smartass.
I could tell, but nobody could see it on the screen because you left the graphic up while you were being smarky.
And I just had a shit-eating grin on my face.
That match is going to be fun, though.
Yeah, like even if the ID program leads more for people getting more like opportunities like that, because Zeta Steel stepping into the ring with Tony Deppen. Tony Deppen's a great worker. Mm-hmm. So like getting that opportunity, maybe it's one of those things. Who knows? But like,
yeah, I'm sure the WWE doesn't want prospects that they've signed to like go on like 30 match losing streaks or anything like that. But I can't imagine Triple H is sitting up at headquarters right now going, the finish to the Zeta Steel Tony Deppen match better be X, Y, and Z. Or
no, it's all Gabe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. But, ultimately, it all goes to the top. Gabe's got to answer to somebody.
The 30 match like losing streaks are for guys like Shinsuke Nakamura, and that's it. Because
God damn,
I think that was the thing. So
yeah,
he lost like 30 matches in a row, and nobody was
Solo Sikoa. And then all of a sudden, they wanted us to believe that he was the tribal chief.
Yeah,
he went 1-34 in the last 2 years.
Okay, Violence is Forever versus Matt Tremont and Cyclope. Look, Cyclope, he's trying to find his footing now.
We need to update this graphic.
We do.
Maybe put Tremont's face on it,
or we put our faces on Miedo Extremos. Both of our faces.
Yes. But yeah, Cyclope and Matt Tremont. That's an interesting duo.
I think I need. Look, I'll even give it to GCW. I need GCW to do Battle Bowl.
Okay.
Put all of the wrestlers who aren't the current, GCW World Champion in there. And then you do the Battle Bowl where the winners advance, go into like the Rumble match or whatever they do, and then the winner gets a title shot. It could be fun.
So you think Violence is Forever wins this thing, huh?
100%.
Yeah, me too.
Because Tremont and Cyclope they're still getting their footing,
Mm-hmm.
So you can't rush on.
They don't have the chemistry.
They don't have the chemistry that Miedo and Cyclope have.
They don't have the chemistry that you and I have.
Yeah, and we love Cyclope.
We do love Cyclope.
We
want him to win everything all the time.
Cyclope, if you ever want to come on the show, you are more than welcome. So it's an open invite.
Yeah, we will rearrange schedules for that. We'll move mountains to have you on.
Program. We will go at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday if that's what it means.
That's right. We'll go at any time, anywhere, any place. You just let us know.
Charles Mason versus Gringo Loco. Gringo Loco was in town last weekend to wrestle for WPW as a part of their Voyager Cup tournament. And what an incredible guy. Like Gringo Loco, just a solid dude. I cannot say enough good things about him. We were chatting about Amazing Red and just talking back and forth about him, and it was so nice, Yeah,
he's a stand-up guy. I met him in Indy, talked to him for a little bit after the match. Super nice dude. Charles Mason, on the other hand, I've never met, but on screen, that dude sucks. Yeah, in real life, he's probably a sweetheart, but character Charles Mason, you're a bad dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So we're both fully behind Gringo Loco on this.
That's right. Sorry, this is a pro Gringo Loco podcast.
Yeah. So Charles Mason, Too bad.
Sorry, bud.
Boom.
Not your bud, pal.
Now, continuing in the kind of like weird-ish matchups, John Wayne Murdoch versus Mr. Danger.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Is this just like we're gonna just throw different things? They're gonna try different things?
Maybe.
I mean, look at that. I mean, let's go Mr. Danger, but he's running into a buzzsaw.
No kidding.
I mean, Mr. Danger is quick, so if he could just elude John Wayne Murdoch, maybe tire him out of. Not saying John can't keep up, but I think Mr. Danger is a little faster.
He's got to, yeah. Each guy has their strengths. Got to make sure you utilize them.
God, it's almost like you put Charles Mason against Murdoch, and then you put Mr. Danger against Gringo Loco. That's two styles that work perfectly together. And that'd be two incredible matchups. Here we're going to get a little mismatch on each side, so we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, I'm here for it. And just think, if you did Battle Bowl, these could have been teams instead.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
The Booker Blair the Booker.
Brett, give me a call, bro.
Yeah, give him the pen, dog. Give him the pen. I'll be sad that he'll leave me, but I'll be excited to watch GCW.
I'd never big time you.
I'd have to imagine Brett would be like, listen, that little independent wrestling show you do on Saturdays, like we do a lot. We do a lot on Saturdays here at GCW. You're gonna have to make a decision.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
It'd be like that scene in Air Bud where I'm just sitting in the middle, or you're sitting in the middle and it's me and it's Brett Lauderdale, and you're just like, I'm gonna go to Brett. Pluggo beats me.
He mentally and verbally beats me down.
This is for entertainment purposes only. That does not actually happen here.
You guys don't hear what he says to me off air, so
I couldn't say anything to you off air today. My laptop was messing up.
I know it's the first time I didn't get yelled at before a show.
Wow. Oh. Well, maybe I think we should go our separate ways, Jaffiel.
Wow. No way.
Jaffiel. I was supposed to go to Berkeley.
All right. We've got Dr. Redacted versus Hoodfoot, and this is a tournament of survival qualifying match.
God, why can't they both be in the tournament of survival?
Yeah, that seems like a no-brainer.
God, I am excited for that. Dr. Redacted has impressed me the few times I've seen him over the last year, and then Hoodfoot's just a badass.
Then we also got Atticus Kogar versus Fuego del Sol.
Another like contrasting of styles.
Yeah. And then to wrap it up, we've got the Garbage Daddies versus the Legion of Rot.
The Garbage Daddies.
So you know that there at least it's going to be an entertaining match.
Yeah, this is a solid card. Like there's some intrigue on the matchups. It's world championship matches. I like it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking let's change it up. Let's do Defy, then we'll do GCW and the rest. Okay.
We just did GCW.
But there's another GCW show because there's one tomorrow.
No, what are you talking about?
Or you quit gaslighting me.
Shut up, Blair. We talked about this.
See, I told you he yells at me.
What did I tell you about speaking out in front of company? Affilia's here.
So
stop making me look bad in front of Affiliate.
Defy is running a show tonight. They are going to be crowning a new Defy heavyweight champion. So what they're doing is 2 4-ways, and then those winners advance on. In one of the 4-ways, we have Evan Rivers, Bishop Khan, Starboy Charlie, and Jordan Oasis. I love just how the variety in this matchup. Because everyone has all of their own strengths. It's a great graphic.
Super good. Now, the best part about this, friends, is this is at 8 p.m. Seattle, Washington time. So you can watch GCW at 8 and go right into Defy at 11 on the East Coast, or however you guys get to it.
Yeah. So that's one of the 4-ways. The other one, Clark Connors, Marcus Mathers, LeBron Cazone, and Titus Alexander.
Dude, 4 good good ass wrestlers right there. And then a Marcus Mathers, WWID. So we'll see if he pulls off the win. I would like to see Clark Connors get a win here. Every time I watch that man wrestle in big spots, he loses, but he's so good. I enjoy him a lot.
I'm putting all my money behind Evan Rivers.
Oh, okay.
Look, solid dude.
Yeah, Evan Rivers rules, but he's not in the match. So you want Evan Rivers to win, and I'll take.
Well, I think Evan Rivers is going to end up the new
winning the whole
champ.
Ooh, I like that. That's a bold pick.
Yeah, he's going to win that 4-way. He's going to go on defeating whoever else from the other one, and we're going to see Evan Rivers crowned new Defy champ.
Boom. Just putting a stamp on it.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's doable.
Anything is possible, according to Kevin Garnett.
Yeah. So when that happens, then we'll clip this and we'll talk about how good
you
I
were
am predicting things.
Yeah, like, hey, it was right. And if you're wrong, we'll erase it from existence.
Then, it'll just get deleted off the Love Wrestling YouTubes.
The whole show.
Yeah, all of it.
All of our entire catalog.
No, just that part where I make the prediction, it'll switch to bars and tone for the 30 seconds.
It'll say, like, Blair made a really bad prediction. Moving on.
Wow. You're saying me picking Evan Rivers is a bad prediction?
No, if it's wrong.
See, I told you he yells
wrong.
at me.
Oh, jeez.
It's slowly sliding out more and more onto...
I didn't realize today's gimmick was going to be Pluggo's abusive. Every time he speaks.
Well, I'm sorry.
Jesus, man. It's fine. We'll talk about this off the air.
I just got a text from Pluggo. He's saying stop talking about it.
I just got a text from HR. Sandy wants to see me in her office on Monday.
There's a couple other matches for tonight. There is also, we've got Midnight Heat versus the Flamin' Aces.
Justice for Ricky.
I think there's one other tag match, but I can't remember. And there's also the Defy to Survive. You've got Rio, Nicole Matthews, Liza Hall, Danica Della Rouge, Brooke Havoc, Anna Beretta, and more. So I'm guessing that this is some sort of a gauntlet type match, maybe the same way as the, Casino Gauntlet AEW has. I don't know.
Who's the and more?
Ooh. That's what I want to know.
Does the and more win it, or is the person on this graphic, one of these persons on this graphic, win it?
I think one of the people on my graphic is going to win.
I like Liza Hall. I like Liza Hall a lot. Brooke Havoc's fantastic. That's a good. Nicole Matthews is obviously a badass. Like, I think that's a great match.
Look, they're all great. You got to put some respect on Anna Beretta as well. Yeah, she has absolutely been crushing it as part of a tag team with Steve Miggs in SOS right now. So, doing some great things in the Pacific Northwest. I could see her winning, but I don't know. I think I got to go with you. I got to agree with you, Liza Hall. I think Liza takes it.
I didn't text him to tell him to agree with me.
He 100% did. I can show you on the screen.
You better agree with me.
Yeah. So, just saying. See, he's texting me again. Never. Oh, you sent it to me in the notes app, you say? What? Liza Hall? Wow, as if you did that, Pluggo.
Hacked your phone, wrote the notes app.
It's a shared file we have.
Oh, God. Well, Defy is tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time on Triller TV. So you should check that out. GCW is also on Triller TV at 8 o'clock Eastern time.
I think everything that we're talking about today, except for Deadlock Pro, is on Triller TV.
Yeah.
So we will take this opportunity to hear a word from our sponsors.
We have sponsors.
Hey, it's Blair's Tidbits.
Tidbits! Tidbits! Tidbits, Blair's Tidbits, Blair. Beep boop bop. Tidbits.
Bop.
Maybe not a sponsor, but it sounded good.
Should be.
Okay.
Tidbits. Bad graphic.
Oh, big time. West Coast Pro Winter Lights go down in the city Friday, May 30th. They are advertising new names debuting at this show. They haven't, pardon me, they haven't said who, but there will be new names being there. Now,
That could be anybody. That could be us.
Yeah.
We might be at West Coast Pro. You never know. Could be us.
PLUGGO could be beating me in a ring instead of just verbally online.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
But the next, is that the next night? No, it's what?
Woo, that's a good one.
Oh, May 30th. So June 1st, the next night, or 2 nights later, because there's 31 days in May. Trevor Lee versus Cedric Alexander. This just got announced, so that's going to be a whole lot of fun.
That's going to be a good one.
We are starting to see more WrestleMania weekend match announcements. On the 16th, Dragon Gate USA has a show. You will be able to see the Garbage Daddies versus Willie Mack and Rich Swann versus Hayo and Ben K. A few years ago, Ben K had what could arguably be match of the year with Pac. I think it was in like 2018 or 19. So Ben K can go. This match is going to whip.
Yeah, it is. Man, the collective is soon.
Yeah. And also announced for a different Dragon Gate show is Mike Seidel.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Where's Matt? Same guy?
Yeah, different guy. GCW at the end of the month, we will, well, I guess we will preview this. They've announced more matches. John Wayne Murdoch versus Matthew Justice versus Dr. Redacted versus Tommy Vendetta. We also have announced for the Chris Bay Memorial Show coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve Strickland's going to be there, and he's going to be facing off against Kenny King.
Oh, I like that. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and that's next weekend, and that's going to be up on Triller TV.
That's going to be a good one. Now, is that a rent or is that a included in your package?
That I don't know.
I'll have to look into that.
We'll have to check it out. Marcus Mathers defending he's defending the Key to the East Championship against Mike Santana.
Santana just had a banger with Mustafa Ali last night.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
We're seeing more announcements for Bloodsport. You're going to get from Stardom and Konami, and Layla Hirsch will be there as well.
Oh, is this her debut since she's her contract right now? Because she hasn't.
I think it is.
Yeah, she has not wrestled anywhere that I've seen since she let her contract go with AEW.
Also, WrestleMania weekend, Defy has a show. You will see C4 and Negro Casas versus the Bollywood Boys and Galeno Del Mal.
Bollywood Boys, all right.
And this next one is possibly the most unhinged graphic that I will ever post on here.
Oh, yeah?
And I think I need more of these type matches with guest referees. I need more. Pardon me.
So much more that he's choked up about it.
It's making me speechless. That's how incredible it is.
Okay, I haven't seen it. Fuck.
WrestleCon Super Show. Minoru Suzuki versus Butterbean with special guest enforcer Dan the Beast Severin.
Yes. God damn, that's good. Oh, wow.
I love that.
I was not sure what was going to happen there, but I'm here for all of that.
Like, I need more like this. Like,
just that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Like, that's great.
Murder Grandpa versus Butterbean. Dan Severn.
You know what? Give me that match followed up with like Onita versus like.
Remember Brawl for All?
Yeah, I do.
Dan Severn was in that, and the winner got to face Butterbean. Now it ended up being Bart Gunn, as we all know, but interesting.
I know, right? So, I'm trying to think. I had a. Give me Onita versus Hurricane Peter McNeely with special guest referee Oleg Tektarov. Unhinged crap.
Oh my goodness.
You like that, don't you?
That was wild. Oh my god.
It's gonna be the match of WrestleMania weekend.
Could be. That's definitely on my radar.
Yeah. So okay. So tomorrow night, Deadlock Pro has a show. They put their shows up on their streaming service afterwards, so it won't be live. But the show looks incredible. There's about 4 or 5 matches that I think could possibly steal the show, included in this one. Leon Slater versus the Beast Mortos.
Love yourself some Beast Mortos. But yeah,
I love Beast Mortos.
I love Leon Slater. That's gonna be a good time. Do you know he's the youngest person to main event a TNA live event of all time?
Really?
Last night when he was in the main event with it was great. I saw that stat. I was like, Jesus.
Who did he face off in the main event?
Well, it was the 5-on-5. It was like the System and the Cologne versus like Nemeth, Hendry, Hardy, Slater, and Elijah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Dixie Carter.
No. No.
Were aces and eights there?
They were not.
Oh.
But yeah, he was. But yeah, good for him. So Leon Slater rules.
Yeah, I think that match is going to be incredible. That's one that I'll go out of my way to check out.
Beast Mortos just he wrestled Speedball Mike Bailey on Dynamite.
Mm-hmm. And I mean,
doing Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yeah, Speedball looked incredible in his debut, but like, not that we will talk a lot at AEW on here, but I thought Beast Mortos looked incredible too, coming out with a loss there.
I think they both look good.
Great.
The internet though, on the Facebook side of things, all of a sudden Speedball Mike Bailey is a terrible wrestler, according to half the people in my chat.
Oh,
I was like, oh, because he signed with AEW, he's not good at wrestling. Weird.
Yes,
that's crazy.
That's apparently how it works out.
That is how it works out.
Awesome.
Even Zach commented and was like, man, a lot of positivity in this thread. And I go, yeah, no, I don't know why people suck. Anyway.
We've got the Grizzled Young Vets versus Andrew Everett and BK Westbrook, and this is in a Proving Grounds match.
Who's proving what? What
Well,
grounds can he prove?
Yeah.
Grizzled Young Vets? Hell yeah. Good to see them.
I think it's like if they win, then they get a title match after.
That's fair. I like it.
Yeah. We've got Calvin Tankman and Trevor Lee versus Kobe Carino and Masato Tanaka.
There's a graphic where you're like, all right, that's an interesting grouping of guys. I like that.
Like more Battle Bowl-esque matches.
You're all about this Battle Bowl.
I am. I'm going to get that. Somebody's going to book it.
Hell's yeah.
Kenta versus Titus Alexander.
There's our boy Kenta sneaking in every week.
Like, man, that's going to be a good match.
Yeah, it is.
This could be... Kenta is the former Defy champion. Titus could end up being the Defy champion, the current one.
Yeah. Interesting. Run it back.
Just saying.
Run it back in Defy when he's the champion.
LeBron Cazone versus Kevin Blackwood, and this is for the DPW National Championship, currently held by LeBron Cazone.
LeBron Cazone.
LeBron Cazone.
LeBron Cazone. Who's the best wrestler on the planet? LeBron Cazone.
Manny Lowe versus Jackson Drake in a singles match.
Jackson Drake, another WWE ID talent. So we'll see how that guy gets booked.
And I hyped up the no holds barred match from last month that these two had. I have no doubt that this match will be just as great. Danny Luna versus Hyan in a dog collar match for the DPW Women's World Championship.
Oh, hells yeah. Hopefully Danny Luna. I mean, we love Hyan, but Danny Luna just lost some titles last night.
Gotta cheer for Hyan.
We do. Our female independent wrestler of the year, Hyan.
Yeah, and
very good.
Me and her got to bro down a few weeks ago. That interview is up on the Love Wrestling YouTube page.
And it's crushing. It is crushing. Good job.
Thanks, buddy. So that's Deadlock Pro. That's going on tomorrow night. Now we got some GC dubs.
How come you didn't mention me in the interview with Hyan? What did I tell you? No, I'm just kidding.
See? He is abusive.
What did I tell you?
Wow.
I'll try not to be.
Tomorrow, GCW has so much fun. This is going on at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central Time. So this is perfect. Like
Yeah.
afternoon wrestling, you're going to see the JCW World Champion Masha Slamovich versus Matthew Justice.
Now, is it gonna be awkward if I'm watching GCW on my phone at a kid's birthday party tomorrow night?
No. Is it your kid or a different kid?
Well, it's not my kid. I'm going to. My son got invited to a birthday party, and it's like, oh, it's at 5:30
So how come you have to go?
because I gotta take him there.
Yeah, but don't you just drop him off?
It depends. You don't just drop him off in a public place. What am I gonna drop him off for an hour and come back?
Well, it's a birthday party.
I'll go sit in the corner while they do whatever that the Sky Zone places or the places.
Isn't it like, aren't birthday parties like a couple hours?
Sometimes.
Is this one not a couple hours?
I don't know. I have to look at them, but it's at a place where you can go. You just go sit. Like I've been to one. You just go sit in the corner and they play, and there you go.
Just drop them off and go.
Go drop them off, sit at home, come back.
Yeah, it'll build character for him.
That's true. Where's
Independence.
Dad? He's 6.
So he's got to start somewhere.
You got this one, buddy. Daddy's got to watch Masha take on Matthew Justice.
Stay tuned for more parenting advice with Blair and PLUGGO.
Here's $1. Figure it out.
Dad, this isn't even enough for bus fare. So
Dad, that's not enough.
the Koger brothers are going to be facing off against Danger Yaki, Mr. Danger and Teriyaki.
Interesting.
See, more
Yeah.
battle ball.
More
It's
battle team.
everywhere.
That'd be a good team.
I could have sworn that we saw this match not too long ago. Am I wrong in thinking this?
I mean, we saw it.
They were feuding together, right?
I think we saw it. He was feuding mainly with Mason, so and Mason and Peril were aligned a little bit.
Okay.
So this match might have already happened, or some iteration of it. But yeah, why not?
Okay. I thought it was out to lunch a little bit, and I was like, did
It
this?
might be.
Oh, I have no doubt that I am. 100%. Yes. This next one I'm gonna love because I love me some Beast Man.
Beast Man.
Dude comes out with like a turkey leg or a deer leg. You know,
There ain't no way that's a turkey leg. That thing's huge.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a deer leg or a moose leg.
Yeah, he does.
Does he use that as a weapon in this match?
Oh, 100%. If he doesn't, he's a fool. He's a damn fool if he doesn't use it.
And just think,
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Tremont could be, he could have 2 double gold because he's the ultra-violent champion. He could be one half of the new, or I guess they're facing off in Defiances forever. Never mind. He's going to be a singles champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, just singles. Never forget what I had said.
But we'll scrub this one from the record as well.
Bars and tone.
Please stand by. This is a test of your National Weather Service's weather alert system.
Then after Tony Deppen faces off with Zeta Steel tonight, he's going to have his hands full. He could be pulling up with 2 L's after this weekend.
No, not my man Deppen, dude.
You want to bet?
No. Because I feel like oh, shoot, that ain't fair.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
my God. Our guy's Cyclope.
How
Well,
can
then
you
he said he's got to beat Zeta Steel tonight because he ain't beating our guy Cyclope. Book
doesn't
that prediction.
hold on? Like in this graphic with Cyclope, doesn't he just look like the coolest dude?
He is the coolest dude.
Like,
I want to be
man,
friends with that guy. Cyclope.
Cyclope, you're
Crushing
fucking
it, buddy.
stellar, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like
You're our guy, bro.
You
we
really
wanna-
are.
You want to be bros, bro.
Yeah, like this is not just the Zilla Fatu fan club. We also love Cyclope.
What's that like classic, like stereotypical, like this ain't the alcohol talking, man. I love you, man.
We love you, Cyclope.
We love you, dude. It's not you're a good dude. You're handsome.
Pardon me, I'm just gonna take another sip of my Coke Zero. It's very refreshing.
0 sugar, 0 calories, all the flavor.
So the past couple months we've been doing this. I guess we like to do something called Indie in a Minute.
Mhm.
Maybe I will reach out to the incredible graphics gurus at Love Wrestling and see if we can get an intro for it, so that we can tightly package it all up nicely for more social media consumption.
Indie in a minute.
Minute. We got to find like a popular song and spoof that with Indie in a Minute. Okay,
boy.
Indie in a Minute. This one is going on in 2 weeks' time. I'm throwing it up today because next week we got the preview show, and I got a different one for that. So I figured, why not do it this week? So Jameson Shook presents Hot to Go, HOTTOGO, March 28th at the TWE Arena. This is going to be up on IWTV. Former friend of the show, Mackenzie Morgan. She's going to be facing off with Jazzy Yang.
Why'd you say former friend of the show? You mean current friend of the show?
Current friend of the show, Mackenzie Morgan. Friend of the show, Mackenzie Morgan.
Yeah, I was like, did she stop being friends with us? What happened?
I don't know. You probably yelled at her like you do me.
God damn. Okay, go on.
Jaden Newman versus Bailey Blake. Jaden Newman's the real deal. Dude
sure.
had a banger of a match with Gresham a few years ago. He's crushing it. Like he's going to be something special. So Jaden Newman versus Bailey Blake. You've also got Tommy Vendetta versus Jameson Shook in a death match. We've got the bad bitch hootenanny hoedown between Funny versus Big Dave.
You really like saying that, didn't you?
The bad bitch hootenanny hoedown. Hell yeah. I'm all about that. And we've got Boondog versus Negative Lee.
Yeah.
So that's Jameson Shook presents HOTTOGO, Hot to Go, March 28th, TWE Arena. Tickets are $15. It's going to be up on IWTV. So if you can't make it there live, you can at least watch it on IWTV.
I just love that. I put those out every week on socials and tag the promotion, and we're arguing over what our former friend, Mackenzie Morgan.
Current friend. Why would you say she's the former friend?
You said she was a former friend
Why
of the
are
show.
you yelling at me?
You're yelling at me.
I'm not. You are gaslighting me so much today.
You don't even know what gaslighting means.
Wow.
Because I'm the one that smells of gas who's getting lit.
You're just so mean. You're big bully pluggo.
I love you. I'm sorry. I can change. Take me back.
So what the viewers don't know is one of my favorite things. It doesn't matter what show you're streaming is making you laugh on air. So the fact that you've laughed numerous times today is great.
This is true. Every show I'm on, you cop out and make me laugh, which we love and I love.
Yeah.
But apparently today I'm just such a terrible piece of shit.
Well, you're just being a little bit of...
It's all coming to light. I knew this day was coming.
Wrestling Revolver has a upcoming show. When I throw the graphic up, I will get you the date. It is going to be March 22nd. So that's next week. March 22nd, we have the LPW preview show. So why not talk about it today? You're getting Wrestling Revolver goated for the first time ever. Mustafa Ali versus Jake Christ. And I think that could be a solid little match.
Yeah.
Like Ali's doing some good things.
Yeah, Jake Chris is no slouch either. So
No, so I think they're, get a little bit of a banger with that one.
yeah.
Myron Reed versus Steve Macklin for the Wrestling Revolver World Title.
And I need to pay better attention. Does that Killer Kelly with Steve Macklin, even though she's with Myron Reed?
Yeah, well, because she's part of the faction with Steve Macklin.
Yeah,
so
that's interesting.
yes,
Myron Reed rules. That'd be a good time.
Mm-hmm. We will also see for the GCW for the Wrestling Revolver World Tag Titles, Alpha Sig versus the Macabre.
All right.
Yeah,
I love me some Alpha Sig. They're fun.
Yeah, you're not a fan of the Macabre?
Sure, I'm a fan of both.
Yeah, you pull out your Slipknot mask and cheer them on.
Yeah. Because if you're 5'5", then I'm 6'6", baby.
An unsanctioned street fight between Matthew Palmer and Rich Swann. This the new graphics for Rich Swann, because that was the face he had in that Dragon's Gate graphic too.
Yeah, that's unhinged. He's like, "Yep, this is the headshot. I'm sending this to everybody.
This is the money shot." We've got Ace Austin versus Damian Chambers.
Gotta love to see that. That'll be a good time.
Yeah, and also announced Moose versus Gringo Loco.
First time ever.
So, I mean, that's only 6 matches announced. There's
hopefully
a few more.
he handles Gringo Loco better than he handled the ladders last night. He had trouble
Yeah.
with positioning. It was his first ladder match ever. He had some real trouble maneuvering. I was like, buddy, you're in there with Jeff Hardy. He's the king of this shit.
Yeah.
You gotta come correct, man.
Step up your game, bro.
He did win though, so I guess it didn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. He's not for he isn't for everybody, and rightfully so.
I did see the AJ Francis clip of him choke slamming. I'm not sure who that was, but yeah.
Him and Casey Navarro had some fun last night.
So
they yelled at some kids.
That's always good. Builds character.
Yeah. The kids that were left there by their parents.
Exactly. So that's what your kid can look forward to.
Listen, little Johnny, you're just going to go to sacrifice by yourself. I'm going to go over here.
AJ Francis is going to yell at your kids just to get a piece of you.
Bring it on. I'm ready.
Wow. Look, we laid out so much wrestling for you that you should be able to find something to watch this weekend.
Yeah. And if you can't find something to watch this weekend, your TV must be broken.
Yeah, because there's so much. And that's not counting the shows that we didn't even talk about. Go up on IWTV. There's always live shows. Always.
Yeah. I stumbled across one last night, SOS Wrestling, for like a few minutes. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a guy dressed in a monkey suit and everything. It's wild.
So, yeah, last night, like I mentioned Anna Beretta, Steve Miggs, they won the SOS tag titles, if I'm not mistaken. So from maybe go back and watch that if you can't find something. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or go back and watch all the Love Wrestling stuff.
Yeah, man.
That's up on IWTV as well.
Get you primed for the upcoming LPW show, because the LPW preview show is going to be next week at, I think, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, we said. So
sure.
Yeah. So Saturday evening shows, baby.
We'll see how it goes with HR this week, if I'm even allowed to be on the stream. Yeah, it's right. It's right. I'm looking at you, bud.
Well, stop yelling at me. And then we won't have a problem.
I can't help it. That's just my voice.
I know.
I'm just loud.
That is going to be it for us this week. So for myself, you can find me up on all social media, Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast, up on all podcast streaming platforms. And you can find me every weekend with this guy doing this show on this channel. I also encourage you to go and listen to the newest episode of the Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast. It is with Drea Mitchell, who faced off with Leah Sparks at the IWS event last weekend. So check it out. Okay. Where can they find you?
Well, you find me in HR's office Monday morning, bright and early, 8 a.m. to talk about apparently these issues that Blair has with me. We'll figure that out. But
you deserve it.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna. Spencer and them are just sitting there like, "Yep, it's about time." Thank you, Blair. You can find me at PLUGGO on all social media platforms. You look at PLUGGO, you search PLUGGO, you'll see my face. Thursday night, 8 p.m. with JPJ, Between Two Beards, episode 200.
Wow.
Yes, we have made it to episode 200. I have zero idea what's going on, what we're planning. I haven't quite figured that out yet. We haven't really, because we're there. So that'll be 8 o'clock on this very channel next weekend with you. I will write a top 5. I'm currently in the process of writing a top 5. Should be out on lovewrestling.ca tomorrow. My top 5 favorite things from the week that was professional wrestling.
Number 1, yelling at Blair.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Wow. Thanks so much for joining us this week.
Actually, this week it's going to be number 2 because God damn it, that Hollywood ending at Revolution last week was amazing.
It was good. All right.
Hollywood
Thanks.
ending, yelling at Blair, Omega and Takeshita.
Cool beans.
Then yelling at Blair some more. Then the Rizzler.
Peace in the streets.